Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark and Sarah. We're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
Today's show is brought to you by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squatch it. At 4 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com, and remember, the party starts at Ruper's.
Today, we are all about the Maine Shrine Lobster Bowl Classic. That is happening this weekend at Don Rue Field in Lewiston, and we have the pleasure of being joined in studio by a member of the Board of Governors for the Lobster Bowl Classic, Bernie McAllister. Bernie, how are you?
Good morning. Thanks for having us here.
Absolutely. And we also have a former player in the Lobster Bowl Classic and a parent of 2 players in the Classic as well. Nate Randall, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be talking to Bernie and Nate all about the Lobster Bowl Classic and a whole lot more coming up here in just a bit. But before we get there, let's take a look at some headlines for Tuesday, July 15th.
A survey from Maine Housing shows a decrease in homelessness in the state. The survey found that just over 2,400 people experienced homelessness in Maine, representing a 10% decrease from the previous year. The survey was conducted in January to provide a snapshot of homelessness on a single night. It counts people living outside and in some form of shelter.
Auburn's business and community development, general assistance, and public health offices will be closed today and tomorrow as they relocate to the new Auburn Resources Center at 121 Mill Street. The offices will reopen on Thursday. Residents seeking general assistance may call 333-6601. Paper applications can also be completed at City Hall.
The University of Maine system approved a pilot to accelerate degree programs for older students. While 120 credits are required to earn a traditional degree, adult learners may now earn certain bachelor's degrees with 90 credits to meet urgent workforce needs across the state. The online pilot program includes degrees in business management, psychology, and public administration.
And the City of Auburn's Movies in the Park returns on Thursday. The movie Sing will be shown in Festival Plaza at 8 p.m. Admission is free, and attendees are encouraged to bring chairs. For more information, visit the city's Facebook page.
Want to talk about the weather?
Sure do.
Rain or shine, it's all okay. Grab your uke and start the day. You don't need perfect skies above. Hey, just a song and a little love. Today's weather is blue skies and sunshine with a high of 88 and a low of 66. The beautiful weather will continue tomorrow with a high of 89 and a low of 67, and cloudy on Thursday with a chance of afternoon showers and highs in the 80s.
So I guess the question here is, are you coming into work tomorrow? Okay, no comment. In sports, Major League Baseball's All-Star Game is tonight in Atlanta. 3 Red Sox players are on the roster, but only pitcher Aroldis Chapman may see action on the field. Third baseman Alex Bregman is unlikely to play as he is still recovering from a quad injury, and pitcher Garrett Crochet decided not to pitch due to workload concerns. The game will be broadcast at 8 p.m. on Fox.
Congratulations to former Maine Nordique forward Connor McNaughton, who committed to continue his education and hockey career at St. Olaf College in Northfield, Minnesota. I didn't think St. Olaf was a real place.
It is.
It totally is.
Yeah. There you go. You can go watch Connor play hockey.
Maybe we'll see Rosen Island.
Maybe. That is your news, weather, and sports. Now it's time for the podcast segment that is
Sweeping
the Twin Cities. It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for July the 15th, shall we?
There's a plethora.
There is a plethora. We're going to start off with Brian Austin Green. He played David Silver on Beverly Hills 90210, like the original back in the day.
Yeah.
He's 52 years old today.
I feel like he also maybe married Megan Fox.
I feel like you are correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actor and comedian Eddie Griffin, 57 years old today. He was in the show Malcolm and Eddie. And also Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo. He's in Scary Movie 3.
Okay.
He's been in some great movies. Oh, Undercover Brother as well.
Okay.
Let's not forget about that one. Drummer Jason Bonham is 59 years old today.
Oh.
He is the son of Led Zeppelin drummer John Bonham and also played drums in the Heart cover of Stairway
I was
to
just
Heaven.
going to ask you, you obviously have seen that.
have.
That's such a moving performance.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Actor Brigitte Nielsen, 62 years old today. You guys remember Brigitte from Rocky IV,
Oh, yeah.
right?
She was married to Sylvester Stallone.
She sure was.
And then she later came involved with Flavor
Flavor
Flav.
Flav. That's right.
They had the Flavor of Love. They had a
did.
reality TV show.
Thanks for reminding me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, she was, Brigitte was Red Sonja. She was in Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Oh, yeah, she was bad in that.
Yeah. Actor and director Forrest Whitaker, 64 years old today.
He's in all kinds of stuff.
He was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which I'm just remembering now.
Was he 5?
In 1982. He was also in The Crying Game and Phenomenon,
Oh, that's right.
The Color of Money.
Phenomenon is an underrated movie. Have you
Yeah,
seen that?
I haven't.
It's John Travolta.
Okay.
Forrest Whitaker plays his best friend.
Oh,
It's really good.
now he's doing some Star Wars work.
Yeah.
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 You want to take this next one?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll do it.
All right.
It's Willie Ames's birthday.
And Willie Ames is known best for...
Charles in Charge.
That's right. And 8 is enough.
And 8 is enough. And also a little known movie with Phoebe Cates called Paradise, which is basically just a ripoff of Blue Lagoon.
Right.
But, not a lot of people know that.
True. Yes. Fans of ours do. Guitarist Joe Satriani is 69 years old today. He's done a little bit of everything. He's played with Mick Jagger and Deep Purple.
Lots of famous peoples.
Yeah. The band Chickenfoot, which I believe Sammy Hagar is involved with.
Oh,
He's a 15-time Grammy Award nominee and has sold over 10 million albums.
wow.
Drummer Marky Ramone,
Oh,
73 years old today.
wow.
He replaced Tommy Ramone in 1978 and was in the band until 83. He got fired and then rejoined the band from 87 to 96 and is still going strong. He tours with his band Marky Ramone's Blitzkrieg. Rounding out FPBs for July the 15th, legendary singer Linda Ronstadt.
Yeah.
79 years old today.
Wow.
11 Grammys, 3 American Music Awards, and 2 Academy of Country Music Awards, and an Emmy as well.
I can remember she was probably the person that I remember, like my earliest moment of recognizing musical talent, where I was like, oh, I think I was probably 4. And I was like, oh, wow.
Do you remember the song?
Probably not.
Was it You're No Good?
Maybe.
You're no good.
You're no good. You're no good.
See, you guys didn't even need your headphones for
Wow,
that.
no.
Yeah,
That's really
little
good.
treat for you right there.
Might have been that might have been it. Yeah. She's done music with everybody.
Everybody for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, including Frank Zappa.
Frank
Happy
and
birthday.
Aaron Neville.
Yeah,
Do you remember that time you did an Aaron Neville impersonation?
I do.
Can you do it now?
Something like that.
Something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Those are your FPBs for July the 15th. Nate and Bernie are going, what the heck did we get ourselves
That was
into
just
this morning?
That was just for me. That's like 5 years of
No
friendship.
surprises here. No
Right
surprises.
there.
Oh, Bernie knows better. Nate's
Yeah,
new.
Nate's new.
Those are your FPBs. Now it's time for some OTDs. It happened on this day. It happened on this day. It happened on this day.
Let's see. On this day 13 years ago in 2012, Gangnam Style by Psy debuted on YouTube. Since then, the video has attracted well over 5.6 billion views.
That is insane.
It's just one of those things that took the world by storm.
Sure
but
did.
It's so dumb. 19 years ago in 2006, Twitter was released to the public. Now
Ah,
X. Mm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that the founder of Twitter was robbed? The assailants were described as a small group of characters.
Oh, wow. 27 years ago in 1998, There's Something About Mary was released.
Ah,
Classic.
never saw it.
No. Come on.
I know
it's-
Cameron Diaz was in it, right?
Yep.
And
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller.
Yeah. 37 years ago in 1988, the first Die Hard movie was released, which is weird because normally Christmas movies come out in the fall.
Ew. When do you think Die Hard became a Christmas movie?
When I said so.
Oh,
I don't
gotcha.
know.
All right. Do you guys consider Die Hard to be a Christmas movie?
Not really.
No?
Oh, wow.
Nate, what do we
Get
got?
out.
I mean, to each their own, I guess.
Okay.
It's totally a Christmas movie. And 85 years ago in 1940, this is so sad, the tallest man in history, Robert Wadlow, died at age 32. Yeah, at his death, he stood 8 feet 11 inches tall and weighed nearly 500 pounds. When he was in kindergarten, Robert was 5'6", and by the time he was 18, he was 8'4" and wore a size 37 shoe. He was almost 9 feet tall. Yeah. Like, I'm 6 feet tall. Imagine adding another 3 feet to my height. That's crazy.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the OTDs.
And FPBs for July the 15th. And Bernie and Nate are still here. They survived all of that. We appreciate you guys hanging out.
Shocked. How'd you do it?
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
Now we shift focus to our guests, Bernie McAllister and Nate Randall, talking Maine Shrine Lobster Bowl Classic. And let's start right at the beginning here, Bernie. What exactly is the Lobster Bowl Classic, and can you give us a bit of history?
Sure. So this has been around since 1990. This is our 35th year of having a Maine Shrine Lobster Bowl Classic. For the first few years, we were in the southern part of the state and bounced back and forth between there and the University of Maine at Orono. And we settled on Biddeford for many, many years, and then we moved to Thornton Academy for a couple of years. And for the last 3 years, we've been here in Lewiston as our home base. And it's worked out very well because it's really centrally located for most of the players and for a lot of the fans to come to this area.
And these are high school football players that are playing.
These are high school seniors who were selected by their coaches to represent their school. We generally have one, sometimes we have two from a school, but that's about the max. The other piece that was added a few years after the beginning of the game was the cheerleaders, which make a big contribution to the game, both financially but also to the activities that can go on at the game. Those folks are over at Central Maine Community College for the week. These teams come together, practice for a week. They started yesterday with the cheerleaders and Sunday with the football players.
I was going to ask,
like, entire week.
They never get to play together until like right up to, right?
Right.
Wow, that's
right. I mean, this
crazy.
is, in fact, many of them are rivals. Realistically,
their goal is to not play together.
Not play together ever. You're supposed to swear off playing together,
except for very special circumstances.
And this is one of them.
Yeah, that's cool. And so they're over at CMCC for the week.
The girls are. The boys are up at Foxcroft Academy.
Okay,
gotcha.
Nice.
You are bringing in football players and cheerleaders from over 60 high schools throughout the state.
Yeah, it's a monument task. We have a great group of folks that work on this with board governors, and obviously the Maine High School Coaches Association is very involved because we don't coach these folks. These are coached all by high school coaches throughout the state, and they volunteer their time, and there's a process by which each class gets to be a head coach for a year, and so it moves through the classes of football. So it's not just Class A.
Class A, Class B.
Yeah, it's all the classes actually have an opportunity. So, we try to make this obviously as fair as possible because some small schools, they have a 7-man roster and some are at 11, and we try to spread this out from all the way to the west, to the east, to the north and south. So.
And I was looking at the results of some of the past games, and between the east and the west, it seems to be pretty balanced as far as the wins and losses.
Yes. When we first started, the east-west was really something that we tried to structure, an east-west game, but over time that is more of a challenge because of populations. Yeah. So now we're actually just mixing the teams, but so you might have an east team that's actually in the west and vice versa. Yeah. So it is what it is.
Yeah, it's all for a good time.
It's all for a good time, and it's all for a great cause, the Shriners Children's Hospitals.
Yeah. So they're raising money.
They are raising. Yeah. They are, and for Shriners Children's, it's a very, very important game for specifically our Boston location and our Springfield location.
And this game runs a couple of generations deep in the Randall family.
It does, yes.
Nate, talk to us about your experience in, 1992?
92, yeah. So 1992, I think that was the third game. And, of course, that was before internet and social media. So, that very first day, we're showing up on campus. Our training camp was at UNE at the time. And, you're looking around at all these faces that you were pretty much programmed to dislike at a deep
I know I've hit
deep
that
level.
guy before.
Yes. So it was very unique experience. It was, a little intimidating at first because you're there. You might know one or two other people, but we all knew it. We were there for the right reasons, and that was to help kids that were less fortunate than we were. And, that throughout the course of that week, of course, there's a lot of bonding that happens. And probably the most impactful and humbling experience I had was the Shriners had arranged for transportation to have us meet a lot of the kids and tour the facility at Springfield. And, we left there pretty touched, I guess, is the best word I can describe. Seeing kids that were struggling with challenges that we couldn't even imagine. And for, an 18-year-old kid graduating high school and, the world is about as big as they can reach at that point in their life, seeing kids that, are toddlers up through, struggling with serious issues, medical issues, and, a lot of these kids can't get out of bed or, missing limbs, things of that nature. And that's the whole reason for doing this, is to help kids in those situations.
Yeah. Did it give the game a different meaning for you after that experience?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, because initially, and that was the early days of the Shriners Lobster Bowl, so the players really just thought of it as, like, this is our all-star game. Mm-hmm. So being selected was an honor, and it was something that a lot of kids strive to achieve. And the Shriners did a great job, and the coaches do a great job of trying to select and have a representative from every school. So being selected was quite an honor, but it was... The focus really shifted from, hey, this is not just an all-star game. This is bigger than me.
Right. What position did you play?
I played left guard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's the only position I had played all throughout high school, and, I tried to do as good a job as I could with that position, and I loved it. Yeah. I never touched a ball in my entire career.
Just a bunch of other people.
Yeah,
That's right.
My job was to sacrifice myself so somebody else can gain extra yards. So.
Yeah,
nice.
Right. And how did the game go for you?
That was a really competitive game. I think that was the first game where it really went down to the wire. A couple of games prior, the scores were a little lopsided. I believe it was like 18-7, somewhere around that.
Oh,
Yeah, it was really tight. And we had both sides of the ball. I mean, there was just, the talent level was pretty significant. There was a lot of kids that had gone on to play college ball, and some of them went Division I. There was a lot of players that went to University of Maine that particular year. Having all that talent on one field in a small state like Maine was pretty fun to see.
This game, Bernie, it attracts people by the thousands, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we expect somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000 people at the stadium this weekend. It's just, for the true football lover, it's just a rare opportunity to see that kind of talent that Nate was just describing come back year after year and step it up. And then, and then for the families that have lived with football, some of them all their lives, it's the crowning achievement. Some kids will say, I never get to put a helmet on after this game. I never get to put the pads on after this game, because this is it. I mean, this is the end of their football experience. And some, if we look around the area, I mean, some kids start playing now football at 6, 7, 8 years old and go right straight through to 18. So it's a 12-year portion of their lives.
Can you give us a little bit of information on the beneficiary?
Sure. So the beneficiaries are Shriners Children's, and it's used to be called Shriners Hospital for Children, and they've changed the name to Shriners Children. So we're rebranding a lot of stuff, and because hospitals are changing, we're changing with the times. It used to be that people would spend a lot of time in hospitals. That's not true anymore. That's not true for kids. So the hospital model is not necessarily, although we certainly do serious surgeries and cutting-edge technology, but the reality is that we don't need the big buildings like we used to have, and so that's part of what we do. But that's changing.
Do you bring players to visit the hospital every year?
Yeah, that had to stop a number of years ago with HIPAA. Once HIPAA came in place, so there's a lot of requirements for that. We do have patients who actually come and speak to the players and interact with the players. We have a young man who's headed to the camp with the boys this week up there. We're trying to get a girl to go over to the cheerleader camp this week. We're working on that. So it's more of a personal thing now rather than taking the kids to the hospital or the young people to the hospital to see what goes on. It's just the reality of HIPAA.
What about the decision behind bringing cheerleaders into this game?
Yeah, I think it was just one of those things that there was cheerleading is years ago was, somebody said it wasn't even considered a sport, and I was like, what? It's not a sport? It should be a sport? But they didn't
They're
used to think of
athletes,
it like
that's
that.
for
Yeah.
sure.
They
You
used
ever
to-
watched cheerleading?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
but they didn't used to think of it like that, I guess.
Yeah.
And so, that has changed, and they do add a whole new dimension to it, and they are very, very dedicated. We just saw some of them yesterday, and they have their own camp. They are very, very involved in the game, obviously, itself. They're going to be interacting with some of the young people that we'll have coming to the game as part of pregame activities this year, with some football, pass, kick, punt activities, and some cheerleading stuff. We have a cheerleader alumni association now where our former cheerleaders come back and are going to be helping out with that. Some of our alumni football players are coming back to have lunch with the football players this year. So there's a lot of tradition here, I think, which is part of our goal.
We were talking earlier about the football players being on the field against their arch rivals. I mean, cheerleaders are no different.
Right.
I'm sure that's true. They are very competitive.
Yeah, and then you put them into a scheme of trying to perform at some sort of very good show, which they do a halftime show, and they've not even worked together before.
Yeah. And they are throwing each other around and
Right.
flipping each other in the air. There's a lot of trust that goes into that, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a week is not a lot of time.
No, well, that's just it, and really, it started yesterday, and because yesterday it's settling in and getting their room settled and stuff like that, and then today they'll actually start doing some real
Get to work.
serious work. And
Yeah.
same thing with the boys. They went on Sunday, and I think you guys used to spend 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, I can't remember the exact amount of time, but it felt like an eternity.
Yeah.
Is this done yet? I just want to play football.
We're gonna go get a game.
That's right. Like Nate said, he didn't have the internet back then.
Yes, that's true. They had books.
Eternity.
Yeah. In focus.
I can't.
In focus.
Yeah.
And Nate, just about 20 years after your game, you had a son participate.
Yeah,
in the Lobster
yep.
Bowl.
My oldest son, Josh Randall, he was in the class of the 21 game, which was, of course, during COVID. 2020, the Shriners weren't able to have a game, so that's a big void on the calendar when you look at the history of the game. But fortunately, the Shriners did put the 7-on-7 together for the graduating seniors of 21. That was huge. Like, those guys were able to get out there. Granted, it wasn't the same vibe and experience that the players get to have, that go to the game on, the regular years. But they put something together, and I think that game was special for different reasons. I mean, clearly the intent was to fundraise and get money to support the children that are in the Shriners hospitals, but that was just equally powerful for the kids that had their world turned upside down during that time frame. And these are athletes, so to take a senior year away, it sounds very selfish to say, well, the rest of the world's suffering too, and that's true. But these guys are competitors, and they've been doing it since they were 4 years old.
It's part of their identity.
It is. It really
Yeah.
was. But the players handled it great. They went out there. They made the best of it. And it's all about making memories.
Sure.
Whether you've got pads on or whether you're, have flags on your hips, they had an opportunity to create those bonds and play with players that, they played against. And, these were their rivals, and they were able to put on the same uniform and march towards one goal.
Were you able to attend Josh's game?
Yeah, so the fans were able to attend. And, that day it was like organized chaos. There was several fields going on and multiple games going on at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
So they kind of did like a round-robin format. And it was really fun because, as a fan, you get to bounce around from one field to the next and get to see, the teams that your kid weren't necessarily on, but you got to see some of those players play while your kid was taking a break.
Probably
So, yeah, it was really cool.
familiar with a lot of the players, right?
Yeah,
If your kids are playing.
That's the really cool thing about today's game is that, yes, they're rivals, but in social media, they're all connected, and they all follow each other. And each kid out there knows what the other team has for talent. And, the camps that a lot of areas offer nowadays, they get connected well prior to their senior year now. So, although this Lobster Bowl really is, again, it's that opportunity for them to play with people they played against. But a lot of these are soft introductions now because they had the ability to connect via social media.
This seems like the sort of thing as a high school football player that you kind of cross your fingers and hope happens.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. These guys understand, like, during the season, yes, you're playing to move your team towards one goal, and that's to be the best team that you can be collectively. And if that results in, titles and state championships, that's great. But the real mission is to create that family bond, create that sense of unity and working as one. But secretly on the inside, you do want to be, you want to be selected.
I want to be picked.
I want to be picked.
You want to be recognized for your efforts. And these kids, like, they work their tails off. A lot of these guys are 3 sports athletes, and they strive to be the best in everything they do. And to be selected and recognized for that effort, is pretty impactful for these guys.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And on Saturday, you're going to get to see another one of your sons participate in this
yeah.
game.
That is true. Yes, my youngest, Jeffrey, he's graduated this past spring, and he's up there right now at camp, and he's having a good time. Last I checked in with him. I don't get to hear from him much. Maybe a single text at the end of the night. So I know he's pretty well tired by the time he gets to the bed. He's ready to go. So.
Did you and Josh have advice for him?
Well, Josh's experience was a little different because he didn't get to have the camp. For Jeffrey, yes, this is the first time he's really been away for that amount of time. He didn't do a lot of overnight camps for sports during the off seasons and throughout the years. Yeah, so this is really his first opportunity to just kind of like do his own thing and be under the watchful eyes of coaches and no one else. And freedom. He was raised right. We know that he's gonna make good choices.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And he's a tight end, correct?
Yeah, he's rostered as a tight end.
Yeah.
He's always been kind of a utility player. So I don't know exactly how they're going to end up using him.
Yeah.
But we had discussions going into this. He's amongst a crowd of other kids that have really good talent too. This is not a me sport. This is a we sport.
Right.
And
Sure.
He understands that.
What does it mean to you as a dad to have 2 sons selected to this event?
Well, I mean, I'm certainly proud, of course. And that was never really the intent at a young age when we got them involved in sporting activities. Initially, it was, at 4 years old or 5, it was we got to get our kids, meeting other kids and
social.
As a parent, you try to connect them with kids that you want them to be around, and it grew. This is their passion, not mine. We just introduced them to the sports, and they took it from there. And all these years, like it's been such a part of our family to, be at a sporting event and just enjoying the kids and seeing what's how they're developing and the friends that they're making. And of course, we become friends with their families, and it becomes this community. It's humbling to see them rise and be selected to attend an all-star event like this. And I have the roots from '92, back when I played, so I have a different understanding of what this is all about. And, again, it goes back to the kids that really are less fortunate than the players that are going to be playing on Saturday.
What other sports do your boys play?
Basketball and baseball were their thing. Yeah.
Is football their favorite?
I would say it was,
Yeah.
Growing up, it was always whatever sport was in season was their favorite. Sure. I think now that they have a chance to look back on it, I think their fondest memories are probably on the football field.
Yeah. And are all three of you Lewiston High School alum?
I'm not.
You're not?
No, my sons are, but I graduated from Massapequa High School.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Bernie, how can folks, can they still get tickets to this game?
Absolutely, yeah. There's still tickets available. We are asking people to go online and get their tickets, and they can go to the MaineShrineLobsterBowl.com and get their tickets. They're $20 a piece. And the game starts at, gates open at 1. We do have some pre-game festivities this year, which is a new event for us. We're doing some things with younger children as far as some cheerleading activities and football activities. We got a touch-a-truck. We've got some photos. We're going to do a walk around the track 4 times to support Shriners Hospitals as a fundraiser, and have some folks talk about why they're involved with Shriners Hospitals as we go around the track each time. So it's just a fun, full afternoon, plenty to do. Come early. There's going to be food trucks there. We've got all kinds of opportunities for folks to get something to eat, settle back and watch the game. It's usually a very, very close game. It's an exciting game. There'll be a lot of formalities starting at 3 o'clock with opening ceremonies. We'll have
a halftime show.
We have a halftime show, and, at the end of the day, someone's going to become the most valuable player at this game, too.
Oh, fun.
More importantly, we're going to raise some pretty serious money for Shriners Children's to support our both locations in Boston and in Springfield.
Bernie, I have a question about the officials.
Yeah.
Where do you find them? How do you convince them to do this?
Selected. They too are selected.
Okay.
And you can tell by just the way they conduct themselves that they're very proud to have been selected
nice.
to be on the field.
Yeah.
I mean, they have their own association, and they do their own selection, and they have a great time doing it. I mean, they give an opportunity to ref a game of complete all-stars.
That's cool. Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, and obviously these people in the stands also know football.
Right. So they
Yeah,
When
they're
they blow a call,
You better be really good at
better
this.
be right.
Yeah.
They also have an opportunity to get yelled at by parents of all-star football players.
That's a lot of pressure. It's incredible. That's really cool. It's a hard job. I would not want to do it.
Yeah.
So.
But it is you can see just from the interaction with these folks over the years how happy they are to be there too. So it's a win for everybody. It's a win for this area now that we have it in Lewiston. It's an opportunity to showcase Lewiston High School and the new field and the facility there. I mean, we're there because the facility can hold us, right? I mean, that's the deal, right? And we can't just go anywhere. And so having that and Jason Fuller and the city of Lewiston's support for this event is very, very important to us at Core Shrine.
How can folks who cannot attend this event still support it?
Sure. There's an opportunity to go online, and you may have a player that you would like to support. You can do that. You can, if you scroll down through there at the Maine Shrine Lobster Bowl website, you'll see the players, and if you have one from your hometown, you can do that. If not, you'd like to support the walk, you can do that. There's an opportunity to scroll down and see the Maine Shrine Lobster Bowl walk a mile for a Shriner's Child activity, and support it that way. And any donation is fine. I mean, this is about spreading the word about what Shriners do and how we do it.
Anything else about the Lobster Bowl Classic that either of you would like to share?
That's it. I just want to thank you guys for having us in today. It's always great to be back here and chatting a little bit about what's going on at Chorus Shrine, which is right in, as we know, right in our backyard here.
That's right.
Next year marks 30 years of Uncle Andy's Digest. What started as a beloved print publication has grown into Lydia Media, a full-service marketing partner helping local businesses thrive. From LA Metro Magazine and the Lydia's Lunch Bunch podcast to social media management, website design, and advertising across all platforms, we've got your marketing needs covered. If you're a business making a difference in our community, let's connect. Lydia Media is here to tell your story and help you grow. Lydia Media, in business, for business. Learn more at lydiamediallc.com.
We can't let you get out of here without taking part in our final segment,
Right.
which is called 3 Random Questions. During this segment, Sarah and I will ask you questions that have nothing to do with anything we've talked about. We just want to get to know you a little bit more as members of our community. So we'll start with you, Bernie. What could you teach someone to do today with 100% certainty?
I could probably teach them to do CPR pretty well.
All right.
Because I was a CPR instructor.
Do you do the song?
Nah, I don't know a song.
You don't do the song?
I could do it. I could do CPR though very well.
Gotcha. You just count with the rhythm,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Nate, same question.
Oh, wow. 100% certainty, that's a tough one. That's a high standard. I would say probably with 100% certainty, I know how to float on a boat and relax.
Is that something you can teach?
I
Because
could
I feel
teach
like some
that.
people can't relax.
I could teach that.
All right.
I like this.
Is there a secret that you're willing to share?
Yeah.
It's all about frame of mind.
All right. Okay.
You got to enjoy the small things sometimes.
I can float on a paddleboard and fall asleep.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Can you fall asleep standing up on a paddleboard?
No.
Okay.
No, definitely
That's
not.
real talent. Right?
Yeah, that would be incredible. That might be narcolepsy. It's unsafe. All right, we've been talking sports this morning. We'll start with you, Nate, the most boring sport?
To play or to watch.
To watch.
That's critical. To watch, I'd have to say probably golf. Like the pace is a little slow.
Bernie?
Boy, boring. I don't get bored about many things. I'm trying to think of something that I've actually played that I was like, boy, am I glad this is over. I guess badminton is like.
Oh,
really,
gosh. Yeah. Or croquet?
Yeah, I would say those kind of things that really just don't challenge you
Gotcha.
very much.
Yeah.
I'm not into that.
Yeah.
Are you not a big fan of backyard games, Sarah?
I like those lawn darts.
That's right.
Those are exciting.
The real ones.
Sarah likes to lay out on the paddleboard while everyone's playing croquet and badminton.
Leave me alone.
All right, final question, and we'll keep it on the sports theme. Bernie, if you could attend any sporting event in history and have the best seats in the house, what would it be and why?
Oh, it's got to be a Red Sox game. I suspect probably back when people like Kyle Yastrzemski and that era was playing baseball. I would have loved to have been right behind home plate.
Maybe the impossible dream team of 67, right? Yep. Nate, what do you got?
Boy, there's so many. You'd have to consider the 85 Bears, although the Pats got their tails whooped. I mean, that team was incredible.
Is that the one with the fridge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Now that I'm older and I can understand and respect another team's talent, during that game, like, of course, the Super Bowl, I was devastated. But looking back on that was pretty impressive. And that was once in a generation kind of team.
Isn't it weird how maturity will do that to you? I find myself doing the same thing. I'm a huge baseball fan, and for me, it was always Red Sox, and nothing else mattered. And now it's like, you know what? These other players were pretty good.
Other teams had something. Yeah.
Guys, thanks so much for your time today.
You're welcome.
And wishing you perfect weather and a packed house on Saturday at Don Rue Field in Lewiston for the Lobster Bowl Classic. Thanks to our sponsor, Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam Ashby via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com.
Have a great day. And remember, don't bite your cat.
And I will say I have been